Hello, everyone. So I have this, there we go. Good morning. I am Tie Simpson, and I will be taking you through a nice little yummy midday flow, and then I'll be giving you a sound bath at the end. So I am Tie. I'm a wellness influencer, a yoga teacher, and also the founder of and CEO of Sisters of Yoga, which is basically an organization, global organization of women of color who create wellness experiences for communities of color. We give resources for yoga, wellness, nutrition, holistic healing modalities that aren't offered to us on a usual basis. So I'm really, really grateful to do that work. Today, though, I would like to take you through a flow. And want to make sure that you guys have a yoga mat. If you do not have a yoga mat at home, make sure you don't have on socks so you don't slip in a lot of the yoga poses, because you're going to be on your hands and your feet. So you want to have some grip or traction under you. If you have a yoga block, that would be great. If you don't, it's okay. If you have a pillow near you, though, that would help. And good morning. After last night's news, Owusa is needed. Absolutely. Needed, absolutely. Grateful to create that space, actually. So if you have all of those things near you, one last thing, if you have some headphones near you for the sound bath at the end, if you've never experienced one, it's absolutely amazing. So headphones for that portion if you have them there, okay? So I'm gonna go back to my mat. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. And get yourself seated in this nice, easy pose. That looks like Indian style for some people. If you do yoga and you want to go into a full lotus pose, you can do that as well. Just kind of root yourselves in your seat, moving the flesh from under your sits bones so you feel really grounded with the earth. Take a nice, big, deep inhale in, filling up your lungs, filling up your chest. And then exhale that breath out. See if you can lower down into your seat a little bit more, dropping your shoulders away from your ears, starting to tune into your breath more. Take really nice, deep, intentional breaths into the breath. And then exhale that breath all the way out. Imagine it going from the base or the crown of your head all the way down through your body to the crown or the root of your seat. Big breath in. Exhale out through the mouth this time. Let's do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Last time. Make it count for yourself. Filling up the lungs and the breath. Holding at the top for a moment. And then exhale out. Sitting with that for a moment. If you would like to set any personal intentions for yourself before we start to move energy throughout the body by doing these yoga poses, now is a great time to do so. I invite you to take a moment to woosah. Right now is a very interesting, hard time for most of us, and taking time for yourself, cultivating a spiritual practice that can sustain you throughout this time is so imperative. I created this little oasis that you see behind me for my own spiritual balance and wellness. And so I think it's imperative that we execute that even more these days. And that looks like maybe being on your mat for a minute just to breathe, or not even on your mat, your breath. You take your breath everywhere you go. So you need a moment to reset. You take those 10 deep breaths and return to yourself. I think that's huge and gravely important right now. So with that, let's get on our hands and our knees. Kind of fizzle your way out of your legs here. Come onto the hands and the knees. You want to make sure your shoulders are right over your wrist. Your hips are directly under your knees. Tuck your feet in. You want to stretch those toes out a little bit, okay? So start rocking from side to side. This is a way to wake up our wrists, pressing into the full palms of your hand And then maybe start making some circles with your body. You should feel yourself go extend over your wrist as you are making those turns, so you're opening up the wrist. A lot of times in yoga, we don't work out our wrists first. When we go into poses like plank and down dog, our wrists are screaming because we just jump on them without kind of waking them up softly. So turn the palms to face the knees if you can. If you see mine, they're going to be, my fingers are going to be facing towards my knees or the outside of the mat. A little bit of rocks here. Maybe start to turn the palms back to face the front of the room. And we're going to start some cow cats. So what cow cats look like, if you've never seen them, you're dropping your chest, you're arching your back, lifting your chin up. That's an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to press the ground away from you as you round the back, curl the spine, tuck the chin towards the chest, drop the crown of your head towards the mat, right? This is a flow that you do at the beginning of most practices just to keep opening up the body. So I want you to continue doing that on your own. If I get up, you stay down. I'm just getting up to talk to you. So keep that flow going of cow cat. Inhale up, exhale round. And if it feels good, maybe start making some rotations with your spine. Get it moving in all directions. Maybe round it in the opposite direction. And again, this is just a pose you can do when you wake up in the morning, like when you want to get your body, moving before you start moving, right? Return to center, tabletop position. Big breath in. You're going to press into your left palm, extend your right palm out in front of you. One line from your fingertips all the way back to your hips, right? Big breath in. Kind of shoot that left leg out behind you. See if you can find this balance here, right? See if you can turn those toes to tuck down towards the floor. Charge the heart nice and open. If you're dipping into your shoulder, right? I'm going to turn this way. You don't want to dip into your shoulder. You want to lift up out of your shoulder. Charge your heart forward. Use your core. Keep the balance. One more breath. Next breath in, you're going to inhale, bring the elbow in to meet the knee, curl the back, and then push it back out. Inhale in, curl the knee, and then push it back out. Exhale one more time, inhale, curl the knee, and then push it out. One last time, extend. Slowly lower that palm down, left down, and reset yourselves because we're going to the other side. All right. Left or right arm grounded. Left arm starts to extend out in front of you. Step one. Inhale the breath. Exhale, shoot that right leg out behind you. Toe goes down. Rotate that hip down and under, right? So you're not opened out this way. Hips are nice and squared. Use your breath. Big breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then push it back out. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee, and push it back out. Last time, elbow to knee, and then push it back out. Holding here for 3, for 2, for 1, and lower back down to find your tabletop position, hands over knees. If at any time we're up into this practice and you get a little tired and you need a break, push the hips back into the heels, maybe untuck your feet and find a child's pose. If you want to take child's pose for the rest of the time that I'm talking to you, do that as well. Listen to me, but listen to your breath and your body more. So go with whatever you need, okay? So from child's pose, lift the hips up, send the heels back. Find yourself in a nice down dog here, right? So you want to make sure that your index fingers are making the number 11 and then spread the other ones out wide. Separate your shoulders away from your ears. Send your head between your arms. Look at your feet, making sure that the feet are hip width apart or a little bit wider, and maybe you have a slight bend in your knee, right? Bend your knees as deeply as you need to. And then push the heels back. Gaze forward. Send your hips forward, coming into a plank pose here. Pushing the ground away from you, making sure you're not sinking into the ground, but lifting out of it using your core. Gaze is forward. Drop the knees, untuck your toes, elbows stay close into the body as you lower all the way down. Inhale, lift the heart center up, push the ground away from you. Elbows rotate back away from the ears. Big breath in. And then exhale, tuck the toes under, sit the hips up and back. Lift the knees, and we're back in down dog. Nice. Shake your head out left and right. Inhale the breath really big. Exhale out through the mouth. Open your mouth wide. You can make sounds. You're at home. Nobody can hear you. Big breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Shake your head left and right. Yes and no. Lift up and down. Slowly start to walk your feet to meet your hands, coming into a forward fold at the top of the mat. When you get there, maybe separate your feet a little bit more than hip width apart, right? Take a nice deep bend in your knees to protect your low back. So if forward fold is not in your practice, you're not gonna be able to fold and touch the ground today, probably, right? If you have blocks, you can use blocks on the side here. But if you do not, bend your knees as deeply as you need to. Next step is gonna be to ragdoll your head. So imagine the crown of your head sinking into the floor. You wanna make sure the crown of your head is towards the floor. Ragdoll the hands. Maybe grab hold of both elbows. Rock side to side. Find your breath. Notice your feet. Notice how grounded you feel in your feet. Start to wiggle your toes. See if you can find the four corners of your feet. So the outside of your pinky toe, the mound of your big toe, and the two back heels, two sides of your heels in the back. That's the four mounds of your feet. Ground down on both sides. Release your arms into the ground. And then slowly push the ground away from you as if you're rising, rooting to rise. Head is going to come up absolutely very last. Inhale nice and big as you arrive. Rotate the shoulders around and down your spine. Palms are going to go open towards the front of the mat. Inhale both arms up overhead. Reach, 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 reach. Maybe gaze goes with the arms. Rooting down through your feet. Extending through the arms up to the heavens. Inhale big. Exhale cactus arms. Elbows go together behind you. Open up heart space. Extend back up. Inhale, arms rise up, rooting down through your feet. Big breath in. Exhale, cactus arms, open the heart space. Last time, arms go way up. This time, we're going to exhale and swan dive. Fold over yourself, bending the knees to protect your low back. Inhale, half lift. The hands are going to go to your shins. Flat your back. Exhale, plant the palms down. Step the feet back, both behind you. Find a plank pose. Pushing the ground away from you. Lift into that plank pose. Hold your core. And let's see if we can take a side angle here. So you're going to push into your right palm and start to twist your body over. See if you can peel that left arm up off the ground. You see how my feet are scissored? You can scissor your legs or even step it out as like a kickstand to keep you up. But what you really want to make sure you're doing is lifting through the hips. So wherever you are, you don't want to sink here. Push the ground away from you. Lift out of your hips and your shoulder. Hand can go wherever you'd like, right? If side plank is in your practice, maybe grab hold of the hand. Open up. And slowly release. Rotate back forward. Find the plank pose. If you want to take a full try to bring it down with me, rotate over the toes and start to lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then push it back, down dog. Shake the head out left and right. Gaze goes forward. Inhale, rise up on the toes. Exhale, deeply bend your knees and step, hop, or jump to the front of your mat. Nice. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms down. Right leg goes back. Left leg goes back. You're in that plank again. This time we're going to go to the other side with that plank pose. So left arm pushes into the ground, uses this as a kickstand, and start to peel open the heart space. Extending the right arm up in the air or on your hip. Make sure that hip is lifted up. Maybe using it as a kickstand or maybe taking it higher, right? Wherever you are in your practice today, be exactly there. One more breath. And slowly start to rotate the body over. Plank, pose it out. And let's go through chaturanga again. Shift it forward into your toes. Elbows stay close into the body. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. Drop your knees. Untuck your toes. Let's sit back on our heels for a second. Take a moment to check back in with yourself. Find your breath. This has caused a little bit of a heat to start, going throughout your body. Maybe your heart is pumping a little bit. Maybe even put your heart on your hand on your heart, one on your belly. Take some breaths here. You check back in to that personal intention that you set at the beginning of the class. Making sure that when you're going through these movements that they're opening you up, right? Your ego is not here on the mat with you. You're just with yourself, with your breath, with your body. So rise up into your hips. So you're now kneeling in a kneeling position. Tuck your toes under. We're gonna go for camel's pose. So if you've never done camel before, quick little demo is what it looks like. We're gonna go in steps here. So right arm rest on the heel of your back toe as we go into this, but I want to show you a prep pose for this. So your palms facing down, kind of protect that little natural curve that's going to happen in your low back. Because what happens a lot of times in this pose is people crunch into their low back and make that little sound. We don't want to do that. So use our hands. Elbows are going to shoot back behind you, both, right? Big breath in. And as we exhale back, we're going to send our hips forward, our heart open. Drop our head slightly back. Now, if it feels good to you, go for those heels behind you. Maybe you go for one heel today, right? Or maybe no heels. Maybe this is you. One more breath. And then slowly use your core strength to lift you back up out of that pose. Take a nice breath in. Exhale. Send that breath down to your low back. Inhale both arms up overhead in this kneeling position. Grab hold of both elbows. Open up the heart space. Just start to pull your elbows behind you. Maybe gaze up. And then slowly release. Maybe wrapping them around yourself this time. Giving yourself a hug. You're sitting back on your heels if it feels good. And we're going to wring out that back bend with a nice little thread the needle. So pressing into your left palm, inhale the right palm up over you. I'm going to see if I can do this from this way. Exhale, you're going to sweep this hand through your arm and your leg, threading it through. See if you can rest on the right side of your face. And that left arm that's kind of just here, hanging here, you can use it as a kickstand to hold you up. You can wrap it around your low back and open up the spine a little bit more. Big breath in, exhale out. Giving thanks for creating this time for yourself together. Unraveling that left arm, using it to push yourselves up and re-extend that right arm out into the air to wring yourself out. And let's go to the other side. Yep. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread it through, leg and hand. Inhale that right arm up behind you, maybe wrap it around, or again, using it as a kickstand to hold yourself up, right? Big breath in, and exhale out. Unravel yourselves, pushing your palms up back into the air, wring yourself out, and then lower down, find yourself into a nice child's pose for 3 breaths. See if you can tap into your heart space, melt it more into the ground. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Nice. So slowly work your way into a tabletop position here. Tuck your toes under. Meet me back in down dog. Inhale, right leg all the way up in the air. Reach, reach, reach. And then bend at the knee, opening up that hip as if you're going to drop the leg behind you, even though you're not, right? Try to keep that down dog shape with the top part of your body. So you're protecting yourselves, protecting your shoulders. And then send it back up into the air. Bring it in, knee to nose, slowly sending your shoulders over your wrist, right? Plank pose with knee to nose. And see if you can step that foot. However many steps you take to get that foot aligned with your knee. So knee over the ankle. Plant down on the left palm. Inhale, right arm up over the head, side twist. Sink into the hips, open it up. Big breath in, pushing out of your shoulder. If you feel like you're dumping your weight into your shoulder like this, lift out. Extend the heart nice and open. 1 more breath. Lift through that back knee, right? Making that leg as straight as you can. And then exhale, palm goes down. Right leg meets the left. Plank pose. Drop the knees if you need to. Give me a chaturanga. Give me an inhale up. And then push it back. Down dog. And let's do that on the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Going straight into it. Bend the knee. Opening up that hip. But maintain the down dog foundation with the upper part of your body. Big breath in. And exhale out. Slowly start to turn that leg back forward and send it through knee to nose. Shoulders are right over your wrist. Gaze is right in front of you. This is core work, right? So make your core work a little bit today. And when you're ready, start your steps, right? If you can step it all the way through, do that. If you need to take a couple steps, that's fine too. Plant the right palm down. Extend left arm up overhead. Find a twist. Gaze can be up at the hand or down at the other hand if your neck does not like that. Big breath in. Fill up the lungs, fill up the heart space. Exhale the breath. Palm meets the other palm. Frame your foot. And then step the foot back behind you. Plank pose. If you want to just meet me back in down dog, do that. If you want to take a full flow, you can do that as well. All right? Start to pedal through your feet. Walk the feet towards your hands, going towards a forward fold here. And this time, we're going to bend the knees and go for a chair pose here, right? So exactly like it sounds, like you're going to sit your butt into a chair behind you, even though there's no chair. So you got to hold yourself up so you don't fall. So step into your toes, really root down through all four corners. Extend the arms up, open up the heart space. So if you feel like you're caving your chest in, send your heart open. Exhale out the breath, and then fold over forward. Send it out. We're going to work our way down to the ground this time. So inhale back into that chair pose. I'm just going to play with you for a little bit. Come with me, play with me. Lower down a little bit from that chair pose. Maybe lower down a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And if you've fallen, it's okay. Catch your balance and meet me in this half boat pose. So if you were here, lift your legs, send your heart open. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and then lower your legs down. Find your breath. And we're going to do that boat pose one more time. Inhale, arms forward or up this time. Challenge yourselves. See what your body is asking for, but meet me in boat pose. Maybe you scissor your legs. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and then lower down. Extend the arms out in front of you and start to meet yourself on your back. So slowly lower down. Don't just flop down, right? All has been with grace. And now allow yourself to melt into your mat. So you can take 3 deep breaths into the body. Using the exhale to melt you more into the mat. Imagine your head is getting nice and heavy. Start to check in with your breath. See if you can use those exhales to relax your shoulders more into the mat. Releasing all the tension in your face, in your jaws. Maybe create some space between your teeth so you're nice and relaxed. The next exhale, melt the hips a little bit more into the ground. Release the tension in your thighs. Release the tension in your calves and the backs of your knees. Allow your fingers to curl up as they will. Allow your feet to splay open like a book. Show gratitude for this time to connect with yourself, to connect with your breath, to connect with me, to connect with the collective. Imagine your breath starting from the roots of your feet as you inhale the breath. Imagine this breath, this energy, this strength coming from the earth into the soles of your feet as you inhale that breath. Send it all the way to the base of your spine, through your throat, heart space, all the way out through the crown of your head. Imagine drawing strength and grace Inviting in more gratitude, more love, more intentional grace, more connection, more creativity, more space for play. Inviting in more boundaries, more communication, more trust. Knowing that you always have the strength that is within you to cultivate the energy that you want to emanate outward, receive inward. Knowing that you have the power to create and cultivate peace. Literally, you have the power. Tools are available. One you have with you every day, which is your breath. Take a nice deep breath into your body, starting to create space for movement into your fingers and your toes, maybe turning your head from side to side. Sending your knees into your chest one at a time, really slowly allowing movement, honoring this time for yourself. Noticing how you feel now versus when you may have came into this space and honoring that. And when you're ready, slowly starting to push yourselves back up to a seated position to meet me back in easy pose the way we started. Yes. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I don't know if we can take questions. If you guys have any questions about anything that you have for yoga teachers about what I've played today, please do. I don't know if I can drop these into a chat or something, but I would love to connect with you. If we don't get to do that and you have any questions about starting yoga, I do have a beginner's guide to starting yoga. Please do follow me on Instagram. My handle is on the screen, hippie_heathen. And you can actually get to the starting yoga guide by the link in my bio there. And follow us on Sisters of Yoga, where we share a lot of yoga challenges. If you're new into yoga and you want to have like a sisterhood or a community to help you along the way, so definitely hop over there. And I would love to connect more after this. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Bye, guys. Namaste.